What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak here with another episode of Motorsport Manager. We're here looking at NoSlack Racing, and we've got one race left to go in Season 2. I will be doing Season 3, don't worry about that, guys. Like I promised you at the beginning of Episode 1 of Season 1, we will be jumping into Season 3. We'll do this episode, which is going to focus on the last race of the year, and then we're going to do another episode that's going to kind of focus on the off-season, doing the new car chassis and all that stuff. And, we'll get our money from the team chairman, and we'll see what we do. We might, I don't remember exactly how much money it's going to be. I want to say it's going to be right around 15 million. And I was looking at some of the buildings that we could potentially upgrade, which I definitely want to upgrade the factory again, just because that's going to add the plus 10 to the part development staff, which would obviously allow our parts to be improved and the performance to be improved of those parts much faster. We'd also get more slots in there so we could do more improvements at a time. That would definitely help with the first few races of a season. However, if we did expand the factory, upgrade the factory, that would take a whole 30 weeks. So pretty much half a year devoted to just upgrading the factory. And it is 15 million, so I'm not quite sure if we'll be able to afford that. That seems like it's going to be something that we're going to have to kind of save up for over the course of multiple seasons. That being said, let's go ahead and let's simulate a little bit. We're going to simulate to the last race of the season. We are working on our parts. They will be done. All the performance boosts, you know what, let me go ahead, and that was a perfect little stop right there. We'll go over here. All these parts will be done 3 days before the race. So these parts here will all be at their very max 3 days before the race kicks off. However, we are designing a new part. And actually, it might just, nope, it didn't get done. We're designing a new suspension, and we're going to want to get that up, boosted as much as possible as well, right? Before the end of the year. Let's check this out. Yeah, so 6 days until the suspension is done. Let's go ahead, let's continue on. We'll wait till that gets done. And then now, with that being done, let's go ahead and actually throw that into being improved. We're going to have to dedicate a ton of time. Oh man, I don't know if we're going to be able to jump that much. Hopefully, we'll still be able to do the improvements even after this last race. Hopefully, we'll have a few days before it kind of kicks off the off-season time. If not, I'm thinking, you know what? I mean, these parts, they're all just 1 point away. Yeah, the gearbox, the engine, and the brakes, they're all just 1 point away. So we're going to go ahead and just focus on those two. We'll leave those in there. Don't need to do any more parts. We're not going to worry about that too much. We're traveling to the Black Sea. Black Sea is going to be our final race of the season. And real quick, just want to make sure that they all did get improved. No, we're still working on those. I mean, that was like 3 or 4 days. I'm almost shocked that that it didn't get boosted up there. That's a little unfortunate, but oh well, nothing we can do about that. Let's go ahead and jump into the race. What I think we're going to do, I wonder if we should do the 4th or above. 13th and above is pretty much guaranteed. 4th and above, highly unlikely, but I mean, hey, it's possible. 200,000, man, you know what, either way, we're going to be in the red. So let's just go for it. Let's go for the 900,000 bucks. Let's go into the fitting of the parts. And now I do want to check something here as far as the cars. As we can see here, look at this. Faith is the number 2, Falco's the number 1, Car 1, and Car 2. I want to make sure. See, here it shows the parts, who the parts belong to, right? So like the 193 brakes, they belong to Falco. But are they on a certain car? Car 2. So it looks like Falco has Car 2. So we want to make sure that we actually put Falco into Car 2 when this race is about to kick off. All of our parts should be good. We're not going to be using that suspension, right? Just because it is, first of all, it's an illegal part. Second of all, the reliability is absolutely horrendous on it. Even though it is now our best suspension. Yeah, we're not going to go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and continue on. And let's go ahead and simulate further ahead. Get into this practice session. Hopefully Falco can maintain his streak of finishing second as far as the fastest practice time. One time that translated into a 5th place finish, and the other time I want to say he finished 10th. I don't think Falco has a really good shot of moving up. I think right now he's 7th in the driver standings, and even, I mean, if he wins, don't get me wrong, that'll give him a bunch of points and he could jump up. But if he finishes somewhere, let's say 5th through 12th, something like that, I don't think he's going to really have a chance of moving up or down as far as the driver standings go. However, we definitely have a chance of moving up in the team standings, because I think right now we're 7th. And we're only 4 points behind. We're only 4 points behind the team ahead of us. So let's check this out. Let's adjust the setup a little bit. We'll leave the downforce where that is. The handling will move to understeer. Speed balance we will put over there. Hopefully that is in the general right direction. Weather forecast looks like it's going to be a little cloudy, a little bit chilly as well. No rain in sight, so we'll stick with the. We'll do the softs. And we're going to be good there. Let's go ahead and change the setup on Falco's vehicle here. Let's go with, let's go downforce high. Speed balance, we will push a little bit to acceleration. And yeah, we're good. Right on the edge of all that stuff. So I think we're looking mighty fine. Let's go ahead and go to practice. And let's send these guys out. Bam, bam, bam. And bam, bam, bam. As soon as they get out there, like we always do, we're going to bring them right back in. Do our first little adjustment. Now, I did change something in the graphical settings, because I have noticed that at times there will be a little bit of like skipping when it comes to, like heavy action, lots of cars passing each other up, stuff like that. So I have actually turned off VSync off, which I'm not 100% sure what it does. But I went and I turned it off, and it said it's going to provide a little bit of a graphical improvement. So, you know what? We'll see. If you guys see a little bit of a difference, that's most likely going to be it now. So we're not really looking all that great in anything. So we're going to have to definitely make some adjustments. I think we're not going to go too crazy, though. Let's just go with something like that. Just because both of these are already okay. So they're closer than not being close to being in the correct area. However, downforce is poor, so I'm thinking we're probably going to have to adjust that even more. So we'll send Falco out just like that. And then let's do a little bit of changing here for Faith. She wasn't too happy with her setup either. Yeah. Alright. Yep, we'll do something like that. Handling will adjust quite a bit, and then speed balance I think we're really going to have to move over. So we'll do something like that. We'll send these guys out there for one more lap. And let's go ahead and bump up their strategy too, to attack and overtake. It's not going to probably make too much of a difference, seeing as how they're just doing the one lap. And it's not even really going to be a full lap, right? It is the in and out lap for both of them. Not going to be fast whatsoever. But they are going to get a little bit of setup knowledge, so that's going to be nice. Yeah, bring in and bring in. I forgot to do that. So maybe they'll end up getting the one lap, maybe. Oh, Faith's coming in. Alright, so Falco passed it up. Oh, nice. Look at that. Great, great, and good. So we're right there, probably in the 90s. Yep, 93%. Not bad. I'm going to want to move the downforce and the handling just a little bit, try to get that into the amazing category, so we'll do something like that. Handling, we will adjust, I don't know, where were we before? So we'll try to adjust that in this direction. Let's go with, and then speed balance. Okay, we need to move the speed balance a little bit too. So we'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll do something like that, see if that works out for us. Send Faith back out there. If it doesn't improve, then we know what direction we need to move those in on the next go around. Let's go ahead, we'll bring her in now. And then Falco should be coming in here very shortly. There we... Oh, nope. Don't want to send out. Well, I guess I do, but let's see. So we're at 95%. Not bad. Not bad. Got the one excellent. Our speed balance went from okay to good, so we can adjust that just a little bit more. Let's do something like... we'll go something like that. That's going to keep handling right there. Downforce, I think we're going to want to adjust ever so slightly. We'll just do something like that. And then handling, we want to get that back in line with where it was. So I think we're going to send Falco out for the remainder of the session, which he probably won't last the whole 6.5 minutes. He will probably come back with about a minute left to go, because we set the laps or whatever it is pretty short, I think. Alright, Faith went up 1%. Alright, not bad. We did get to excellent on the downforce, so that's good. So we're going to want to keep that there. We want to move the handling back closer to where that was originally. So probably something like that. Then I'm thinking we could even do maybe a little bit more just to try to get that into the amazing. And then we were, let's see, we were good here. We're great here. So we're moving in the correct direction. I think that's going to be fine right there as well. Let's go ahead and send her out. We're going to go ahead and do the stint. Let's do 6 laps. Tire choice, we're going to stick with what we've got. Let's go ahead and send her out. And then we're going to bump her up to the attack and overtake mode as well, and we'll hopefully get pretty solid practice times out of both of our drivers. Now Falco, this is going to be his first official lap, so hopefully he'll be able to get up there into like the top 3. I know Arbeloa typically is one of the faster cars out in the field. Zarate is usually pretty good too. So if we can be up there with them, that's going to be pretty huge. So we're watching Falco right now. Looks like he's about to cross the finish line here after this little turn. Downforce feels bang on. Excellent. So he's in 3rd right now, which isn't bad. He is 1.1 seconds behind Ingledew, though. I'm not necessarily liking that all that much. I'd like for him to be, you know, a third place is, I guess, is okay, but I'd like for him to be less than a second behind. Faith Anthony over there is in 16th though, so she's struggling a little bit. Falco's time did improve, so he is now in fact less than a second behind. Let's go ahead and actually put Faith's tires as well as Falco's tires. We're going to put them in neutral. Don't want them to burn too much. Falco is on his in-lap, so he's not going to be going all that fast. Hopefully Faith can improve from 16th to maybe, you know, top 12 or something like that. I don't think she's going to have a chance to do another lap, though. We will see, though. We will see. Come on. 16th. Can we improve on that? No, it looks like she slowed down. I don't think that was like an official lap. Plus, she only had 11% left on her tires anyway, so, you know, we didn't set her up for finishing all that strong. All right. Let us jump into... Oh, look at that. NoSlack Racing. Love your work. You make my weekends complete. Oh, that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks for the support. Let's see here. Does the track here in Black Sea suit the NoSlack Racing car or something? They're looking like they're going to get a good result this weekend. Well, hopefully we do, you know. All right, let's advance. Black Sea, last race of the season. I really want to get that 4th place or above. I'm thinking Falco is probably going to be set up pretty well. I mean, I'm definitely expecting like a top 6 or 7 finish. If he can get into 4th, that would be pretty awesome. We're going to go ahead. First of all, let's check the weather. 44 degrees, so it's going to be a little cold. However, it does look like it's going to be pretty dry. We're going to do the soft and the race trim. I think we're going to do pretty much the same thing over here for Falco. We want those soft tires because of the cold weather, and look at that. Faith Anthony has a 99% excellent on everything. We're going to have her running the softs with the 11 laps of fuel. It is a 26 lap race. Let's go ahead and confirm that, and then we'll come over here, and I think we might be able to actually change this. Good. Let's see. So we were good. We were okay here, good over here, and good over there. You know what? I think I'm not gonna. We're just gonna go back to that 95%. Actually, but we were. You know what though? This is 95%, and that was only a great. Here we have 2 excellence, but we went down, which means that the speed balance is the problem. So we just need to adjust that speed balance a little bit more in the direction that it was at previously. And then I think we'll be okay. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do that. And I think that's going to give us higher than the 95%. So that's what we're going to stick with there. We're going to do the softs. And again, we're going to do full 11 laps worth of fuel. And I think we're good. We're going to start off on burn, burn, burn. Attack, overtake, all that stuff there. And let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully Falco... obviously I would love for both of our drivers to finish, you know, top 10, top 5 even maybe. But Falco definitely has the better chance of a strong finish. So we're gonna just focus a little bit more on him. See, look at that. Falco jumped from, oh man, he's on 11th now. He definitely moved up, what, like 3 or 4 spots? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Faith is in 4th. Falco is now in 13th. We're going to want to push them just to get their tires up to temperatures that we want. And then once they do get up there, we will lower the tire aggressiveness. Let's go ahead and speed up time just a little bit more. 6th and 14th now for our drivers. Still a little bit congested here at the early parts of the race. Gonna wait for these tires to warm up and then we're gonna adjust. Falco is now back in 15th place. Faith is in 8th, so she's dropping down pretty consistently. Tires are warming up, in fact. And I think it's time. Let's go ahead and drop this down. We're going to try something else. We're going to go to push and medium. And over here, we're going to go to push and medium as well. Just kind of keep those tires warming up a little bit more. And then we're going to be conservative on the fuel usage. Just because I do want to try to maybe get them one more lap. Maybe even 2 more laps out of their fuel. Allow them to pit just a little bit later. Let's go ahead and check out the weather forecast too. Still looks like it's going to be a pretty consistent 44 degrees Fahrenheit, no rain in the forecast, which I'm thinking we might also try to get a weather forecasting center here in the next season or two, just because that will greatly increase our chances of you know, seeing what kind of weather patterns are coming up and maybe help us out during the race, you know, switching to intermediate tires and all that good stuff. 12th and 15th now for Faith and Falco respectively. Tires are both looking pretty solid. A little bit over 6 laps worth of fuel for both. Faith is now in 12th and 15th still. Falco, you can do a little bit better. Come on, buddy. Let's try to bump Falco up to... We're going to bump up his engine mode to high. It's going to chew up a little bit more gas, but hopefully he'll be able to kind of pass some cars up. Come on, buddy. There we go, there we go. Okay, passed up Faith. Now he's in 13th. Let's go, buddy. Now he's in 12th. Excellent, excellent. Love to see that. No cars have crashed or anything like that. Ooh, Faith looks like she needs to pit. Her tires are pretty worn down. We'll have her pit, and then, you know, I just don't think she's a very good driver with the soft tires. I think we're going to have to switch over to mediums. So we'll go to mediums. We'll give her a full 10.6 laps worth of fuel. Parts are looking okay. Pit strategy will stick to balanced. Yeah, I'm thinking Faith isn't that good of a driver on the soft tires just because hers wear down so quickly. It just seems like they wear down much quicker than they should. Falco is now in 9th, which is beautiful. He's going to have to make a pit stop here as well, though. And we are 7 laps in. Let's go ahead and schedule his pit stop. I think we're just going to go ahead and give him the medium tires as well, right? Because we do have 20 laps left, and the softs only run 9 to 11. Yes, you know, I think we're going to switch to mediums, and then we might be able to do softs to finish the race. But we're going to fill up on gas. Let's check his parts. His parts are looking fine. Pit strategy is also going to be balanced, and we're going to be good to go there. So Falco's going to lose his 9th place position. That's just, you know, something that's going to happen. Oh, man. Right now he's in 9th. He's going to have to pit. He's going to fall down to 11th pretty quickly. Look at that. 13th, 15th now, I think. 14th, okay. 5th, nope. 14th. Remained in 14th. Okay. So he dropped down 5 spots. But he does have fresh tires. They both have fresh tires. They both have solid fuel. And we're going to stick with the aggressive fuel usage for Falco. Hopefully he'll be able to do a little bit of catching up, especially since the first, 1 through 7, they're all going to have to pit here in the next probably 2 laps to change out their tires and get some more fuel. Now he is 49 seconds behind all those guys. So at least he's 49 seconds behind the first place driver. This pit stop will cost some of those drivers, and I think he'll probably be able to jump up to somewhere right around 6th or 7th. Anything more than that would be pretty nice. A few drivers are pitting here, so he should be able to do a little bit of catching up. 13th, okay, he only moved up 1 spot. Still, top 6 drivers all have to pit again. Tires looking good for both drivers. We're looking okay. We are looking okay. I think we'll be able to see, yeah, look at that. 4 of the top 5 are in the pit right now. So he should be able to catch up. 12th. Okay, he only gained 1 spot. That's... he's 4 seconds behind 11th, 6 seconds behind 10th. And everybody is pretty much like right there. First place driver is just killing it right now. Ingledew is in the pit, and he still has a good 10-second lead on the second place driver. So it looks like Ingledew's just going to run away with this. Falco's now in 11th. Faith is in 17th. Looks like she's doing a little bit of battling there. She's right there. You know what? Let's go ahead and push you. We'll go to high engine mode. Just try to get you to gain a few more spots there. Let's go back to Falco, who's in 11th. We're looking okay. Tire temperatures are fine, like we said earlier. We've got about 5 laps of fuel left for both of our drivers, and I want to say we have about 14 laps left to go. So we're looking okay. It's gonna be interesting though if we're gonna switch over to the softs to end the race, or if we're just gonna try to stick with the mediums. Let's double check our weather. 13 laps remaining. Looks pretty consistent. No rain. 44 degrees. I think we're gonna have to finish out the race on the medium tires. Not going to be switching to the intermediates or the wet tires at all. Falco is now in 9th, which is excellent. Come on, buddy. I need you to push. Faith is in 16th. Little disappointing there for Faith, especially how well she did the, not last race, but the race before that. I want to say she finished, I think she finished 8th or something like that. I know she finished 10th last race. Falco, however, is in 9th, and he is a good 15 seconds behind 4th place, which we need 4th place to get that $900,000, which is looking highly unlikely right now with 11 laps remaining. Falco definitely has a chance to pass some of these cars up, though. He's got 2 cars directly in front of him, which would put him in 7th if he were to manage to pass both up. He's fighting for it. He's fighting for it. Looks like he's in 8th now. Beautiful. And he might actually get 7th here in a second. We'll see. 7th is Rogers. Not quite sure what team he's with. And he just got passed up. However, Rogers is pitting, so he's going to maintain his 8th place position. Still battling for 7th, though. And we are going to schedule Falco to pit. And I think we're going to just have him finish off on the mediums. We're going to give him a new set of medium tires. We're going to give him a full 11 laps worth of fuel. Park condition is looking fine. Pit strategy, we're going to do the balanced. And then we do kind of have to conserve a little bit of fuel there, because he might not have enough to actually get to pit lane with all of his fuel. Ooh, Faith is going to have to pit too. And her tires, why are Faith's... She must not be all that good with the smoothness. Her tires are just like going like crazy. You know what, though? I don't want her to pit stop to interfere with Falco, which it won't. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to put her on the mediums. We're going to give her the full 11. You know what? No, let's go ahead and give her 8 laps worth, or 10 laps worth of fuel. Park condition will be fine. We'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm thinking, too, let's go back over here to Falco real quick. And we should be good. Let's cancel the pit stop. We'll schedule a new one. And we'll go again with the mediums, and then we'll have 8 laps left. So I don't want to fill that up. I think we're just going to do, let's do 10 laps worth of fuel, and then we'll be good there. Oh, man. Yeah, we definitely need to pay a little bit more attention to Faith's wear on her tires, just because she runs through those tires so quickly. Come on, buddy. You've got a few other cars in the pit. Go ahead and finish. No, 13th. He left in 13th. Let's go ahead and put him on push again for the engine mode. High engine mode. Boy. Okay. Faith is in dead last. That's fully expected. Again, we mismanaged her fuel, or I mismanaged her fuel. Hopefully Falco here can catch up to the cars that are directly ahead of him. He's only, let's see here, he's only 4 seconds. He's really 5 seconds behind 9th place, the 9th place driver. So he could definitely catch up to 9th. Again, it looks like 4th is going to be a little bit out of hand. And then it looks like that all 4 drivers, they just switched over to the softs, which I don't know if it's their cars or their skill level or whatever it is. They're able to run on their tires a little bit longer than we are, because we wear out those soft tires very, very, very quickly. But it looks like Falco, he's in 10th now. He's definitely going to have a chance to catch up all the way up to 7th. Those cars are pretty close behind him. We do have excess fuel. I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually lower the driving style, just because his tires are at 76% with about 5.5 laps left to go. We're going to lower her driving style too, just because she, you know, has a propensity to wear out her tires a little faster than the rest. Come on, Falco, jump up to 9th. You've got a golden opportunity right here. You're right on his tail. Right on his tail. And our parts are pretty much all at maximum performance too, so he's got great parts. It's just a matter of Falco improving and us building up our headquarters and getting it to where he can practice and improve his, you know, cornering and top speed and all that stuff. He's right there, just 1 second behind 9th place. I would love to see him move up. And you know what, let's actually bump up his driving style a little bit. Both of these guys' tires are wearing down, are getting a little too cold. We've got about to be 2 laps. We can actually push on the fuel strategy. We can go to overtake. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. You know, we're just going to do that for Falco. Blue flag for Faith Anthony, so she had some sort of an issue there. Falco's in 9th now. Excellent. Let's go ahead, try to get him up to 8th. Come on, Falco. There we go. There we go. Go, go, go. Make the move. Make the move. Beautiful, Falco. Nice move to get into 8th place. Beautiful. How far back? 8 seconds behind Cavalcanti. I don't think he's going to have any chance of catching up to him. So it looks like Falco is going to finish 8th here unless he has some sort of a major mess up and loses positioning, which I don't think he will. His tires are fine, a little bit cold, but I think they're ultimately fine. You know what, let's go ahead and put him on attack. Just kind of warm those up. He's only got the 1 lap left to go. And then with the 1 lap left to go, he's still got 1.5 laps worth of fuel, so I think he'll be fine there. Faith Anthony, let's go ahead and bump her up to overtake and attack as well. And then with Falco pretty much being guaranteed 8th, let's go ahead and back off on the engine mode there. I don't want, you know, something crazy to happen, him running out of gas with, you know, half a lap to go or something. So yeah, he finished in 8th. Faith Anthony's over here in 19th. She, I'm guessing, has, okay, she finished as well. She was 1 lap behind. She actually finished in 19th. A little surprised she didn't finish dead last, but ultimately, the last race of the season was obviously pretty disappointing as far as Faith's race. I definitely think we're going to try to get rid of her again, a second time. It's a mistake bringing her back. And Falco, overall, he did pretty well. Falco actually finished in 7th because Arbeloa here got caught with an illegal part. Which, you know what? Sucks for you, dude. Sucks for you. Yeah, we'll see how this ends up. So Falco looks like he's going to finish 7th. Comfortable 7th, right? A good 19 spots behind Jean-Pierre Girard of Firebird MRT. And a good, comfortable, 19 spots ahead of Amanda Cavalcanti out of Spain with Silva Racing. So not bad. 7th, you know what? 7th isn't horrible. Probably would have liked to do a little bit better, but it's not bad. And then we finished in 7th overall team standings with Archer BMR, 192 points overall. So 7th, you know what? Our team chairman wanted 9th. We got 7th. Would have loved to jump up to like 6th, maybe even 5th, but I think pretty much Faith's performance this season made that pretty much impossible. So that is going to be the end of Season 2. We're going to jump into the off-season. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do that episode right now after we end this episode. So the video will be out pretty quickly, probably in a day or two after you're watching this, if not already, you know, if you guys are a little late to the party. But, yeah, we definitely have some big decisions to make for the off-season. Faith is probably going to leave. Even though we have 1 year left on her contract, we're probably just going to go ahead and get rid of her. We might bring in, I think it was Arbeloa, right, that we kind of researched. We'll see. Yeah, we lost 1.2 million, so we're going to be right at like negative 1.5. Yeah, 1.54. Not great. I wouldn't be too happy if I was the team chairman with that. 2017 winner, Laura Ingledew. Wow, okay. Congratulations. Kruger Motorsport. Nice. 24 years old, too. She won 6 races? Are you kidding me? Out of 10, she won 6. That's crazy. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder how long her contract is left, because she might be moving up to, look at that. She's got pretty solid overtaking, solid braking, solid cornering. Her smoothness is absolutely awesome. She is not bad at anything. I guarantee you she's going to be moving up to another division, probably to the Asia Super Cup or the World Championships, you know. She was very, very good. Very good. You know what? That being said, let's actually check what we have here in terms of open drivers that we might be able to bring in. We do have Christian Lust here, who's a potential 4-star. He's only 21 years old. Let's check him out. He's got excellent smoothness, excellent cornering, pretty damn good adaptability. His consistency is excellent. His feedback sucks. His focus isn't really all that good. His overtaking and his braking are not very good at all either. However, he does have excellent potential. He is interested. He is somebody that I think I'm going to want to maybe look at bringing in. That being said, let's check out a few more people over here. Mustafa El Sadat, he's 24. He's pretty excellent as well. He's got some permanent marks here too, +2 on all of that stuff, and that's permanent. He's a racer. He hates team orders. He will not take team orders, which, you know what, I'm not too upset about that. He's a Vancouver expert, only applies in a specific location, which I don't think we race in Vancouver at all. And he's got the renewed passion, which gives him +1 in everything, but that's only for 4 more days, so that's going to go away. But still, smoothness, overtaking, consistency are all pretty solid. Focus is good too. Feedback is excellent. He's pretty solid. We might look into bringing him in. So those are both definite possibilities. Sadat and Lust. Sergio Valdez, he's the guy, but then we'd have to probably buy him out of his contract, which he's got 2 years left. Cost to break contract is going to be $2 million. We'd have to pay at least half of that. So it doesn't look like Valdez is going to be somebody that we'll be able to bring in here. But Sadat equals him, right? Valdez is a 3-star. Sadat's pretty much a 3-star, even though Valdez does have the extra 1-star potential. But then Lust over here, he's only a 2-star, but he's still got a higher potential than Valdez, just barely. So yeah, both of those guys are going to be possible options. What do we have over here? Novchenko, only 19 years old, and she's a 2.5-star, although her potential is pretty much gone. She's not good at overtaking or cornering, even though she does have some really good traits here. The overtaking and the cornering kind of turns me off. I don't think we're going to really be bringing her in. Anyways, let's check out our cars real quick. Actually, let's go ahead and continue. We'll do the 1-day simulation. Interview with Channel 6. Yes, we'll accept. After her win today, we were wondering if you had any thoughts on Laura Ingledew, thinking of working with her in the future. Hell yeah, she just won. Out of 10 races, she won 6 of them. Are you kidding me? I'd love to have Ingledew on the team. Hopefully we can make that happen one day. New personality trait. She is open to discussing terms. So Laura Ingledew. Let's actually see what we can find on her. Contracts running down. Our lead designer, our race, and both of our race mechanics are actually running out of contracts, so we'll need to hire new ones, which I think is actually good for us because we want to hire 2 solid mechanics, because I wasn't too impressed with our mechanics this season. That being said, let's try to find Laura Ingledew real quick. I just want to see if we've already scouted her, great. If not, I definitely want to scout her. Yeah, she definitely looks like she's going to be a pretty solid driver, and if she's interested in working with us, then that's something that we might give it a shot. Cost per race, 492,000. Break contract, only 410. Not horrible, but yeah, I definitely want to scout her. And you know what? She actually might be contract ends in 2017, which is going to be right now, so she's going to be a free agent. So that's definitely something that we can look at. We'll probably be bringing in another solid driver, just so that we can have 2 drivers competing for top spots as opposed to just the one. Let's go ahead and continue on. And we're going to get our car repair complete. Excellent. Let's go over here. I'm a little surprised that these haven't finished yet. A little disappointed with that. It does say 18 days after race. But I want to get this suspension bumped up to 235 as fast as possible, which we might not be able to do. 235. Let's keep that number in mind. I think we were at what, 186? Let's see. 186 out of 235. Bumped up to 192. 192 out of 235. Okay. So let's see, real quick. We'll do this. You know what? No, that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. We'll do the rest on the off-season episode of Motorsport Manager. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Season 2. We definitely improved, right? We moved up, I want to say, from 9th position in our first year to 7th in our second. So we moved up 2 spots. Not bad. If we do bring in a better driver in the off-season, then I'm fully going to be expecting to finish even better. Our car parts are finally getting up there to where they're just below average in terms of the league. So hopefully Season 3 will be able to bring them all up to above average. And then if we do add in a second really good driver, then I think we'll have a really solid chance of finishing, in the top 5 for sure. Hopefully we'll even finish in the top 3 for overall team standings. That being said, that is end of Season 2, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.